continuing our trajectory outward. Technically, the moon is more outward than Mercury and Venus, but in the context, it pairs with the sun. But now we move to Mercury. And this is important because, so from a chakra perspective, just starting there, we started with the sun and the moon will be the sixth chakra, kind of the highest states of consciousness. And if we move down to Mercury, we're moving down to the throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra at the cervical center of the spine. And it's the fifth chakra. And this is important because Mercury has much to do with communication. It has to do with expression. It has to do with the exchange of information in particular. And so it makes sense that it would be located here at the throat chakra for speaking, for articulating, for communicating things into existence. You'll notice as we continue to move down the chakras, the planets will continue to move down the chakras. Mercury in Jyotish and Ayurveda is technically the element of earth, but it also has a secondary quality of air. And this is important because Mercury is very mutable. It's very changeable. So technically it's earth, but it has a very airy type of an energetic to it, which is why it's sort of a kapha and vata dosha correspondence. It rules two signs. It rules the constellations of Virgo and Gemini. Virgo is an earth sign, so it would be more connected to the earth aspect of Mercury. And Gemini is air, connected to more the air sign, air element of Mercury. So each of the two signs that it rules reflects the two elemental qualities that govern it. Mercury is a Rajasic planet, which means it tends toward activity. And Mercury is a natural benefic as well. Mercury is, as we said, associated with the fifth chakra. And Mercury also has to do with the qualities and the energy of buddhi, buddhi, buddhi. And buddhi is referring to like discrimination. It's this very heightened discriminative intelligence. There's an attunement. And the word Buddha, for instance, Lord Buddha, is connected to this energetic. And Buddha means one who knows, one who is awake, because they have access that buddhi nature, that intelligence that gives them the wisdom to know things at a deeper level. It's the discernment of truth in a higher form. However, the tendency with Mercury, and this is where it has to do with its Rajasic nature, and especially its airy and its mutable, kind of changeable qualities, is that it can lead to an excess of stimulation. And in this respect, it's more reflective of an Ayurvedic, what we would call vata imbalance, too much air, too much ether, which then is leading to too much activity in the mind, in the nervous system, and that leads to overwhelm, more chaotic or frenetic type of an energy that is erratic. It needs containment. It needs to have that foundation to be able to utilize the wisdom that's available. And lastly, Mercury does have a lot to do with technology. That's a big aspect of how it reflects in one's chart and kind of in our collective society today, especially in modern times today. But yeah, the signs also, Virgo and Gemini, have a lot to do with the fields of communication and exchanging information in some way, shape, or form. So those are what we would call like mercurial energetics. Okay, very good.